This single image can help us learn so much about ourselves as human beings, philosophy, spirituality, and government, and even sports, money, and how we just behave even with regard to superstition. That I want to do a multi-video series on this, and I want to begin with just reviewing that this is City Hall in Philadelphia for some of you who are not from Philadelphia, or just if you don't see it very often and you live in a part of the city where you don't get downtown. Built in 1901, and the statue on the top is William Penn, the founder of the city of Philadelphia. And this year is our semi-quincentennial celebration of the birth of our country in 1776 with the Declaration of Independence. So on July 4th, it's going to be a lot of celebrating. And it's sort of a bittersweet time because many people feel like the country is in a very bad way. I think what's going to happen is we are going to find a way to cull the good and appreciate and be grateful for the good that's still there, but we're also going to keep an eye on the many things that are dysfunctional and need to be fixed. But let's begin with what Joseph Campbell teaches us is a pattern throughout history, which began with the tallest buildings always being churches, tombs, anything to do with the afterlife, pyramids, things like that. But for many millennia, what dominated the skyline was cathedrals, mosques, temples, things that reminded us of, say, the ultimate truth, like we talked about in another video. As the Age of Enlightenment came around, past the Middle Ages, and we moved into the 17th, 18th centuries, we started to see that government buildings would surpass in height and skyline the cathedrals and the temples and the mosques. So then you saw a reflection of the shift of values, that we were leaning more on our own human reason and intellects than we were on just the spiritual. And then the last phase is, in the more recent times, after the Industrial Revolution, we started to see the ascent and the surpassing of all of these types of buildings with commercial enterprise. And that's where we are today. So think of this as the foundation of a reflection of our values as a citizenry. And stay tuned for part 2.